In the heart of Sundiata, a kingdom enriched by ancient baobab trees and melodious rivers, Queen Sira leads with grace. Her realm thrives, celebrated for its abundant beauty and rich culture. Yet, despite the visible peace, a storm brews silently. Sira, respected by many, contends with growing doubts about her leadership, fueled by whispered conspiracies within the palace halls. As dusk envelopes the sky, General Bokar, a facade of loyalty masking his ambitious designs, plots to usurp the throne. He orchestrates the disappearance of the crystal of Sundiata, a sacred symbol of the kingdom's prosperity, framing Queen Sira. As accusations mount and trust erodes, the unity of Sundiata teeters on the brink. Meanwhile, Musa, a villager connected to the spirits of the land, begins to uncover an ancient prophecy that could save the kingdom and restore peace, but time is swiftly diminishing as shadows of deceit spread. In Sundiata, under the ancient baobab, Queen Sira presides over the harvest festival, her presence a beacon of joy amid the celebrations. The festival air buzzes with the aroma of fresh crops and the rhythmic beats of traditional music. Children play, artisans showcase their crafts, and the community thrives under Sira's warm and engaging leadership. Adorned in colorful robes that mirror the vibrant life of her kingdom, Sira moves among her people, her popularity unmistakable in every warm smile and respectful bow she receives. Despite the outward festivity, Queen Sira is inwardly perturbed by whispers of dissent stirring within her realm. As she mingles, General Bokar observes from the sidelines, his gaze sharp and calculating. Hidden by the crowd, he plots her downfall, each of Sira's interactions noted for future schemes. The queen, sensing the undercurrent of betrayal, steels herself against the looming challenges, unaware of how close the danger lies. The festival's joy masks the simmering conflict, setting the stage for a confrontation that could alter the fate of Sundiata. Queen Sira stands before her ornate mirror, reflecting on the whispers that cloud her court. Alone in her chamber, she ponders the loyalty of those she has sworn to lead. The weight of the crown feels heavier tonight, as doubts stir within her heart. Her reflection reveals not just a queen, but a woman tasked with preserving the peace of a kingdom that teeters on the brink of unrest. She vows to strengthen her resolve, to lead Sundiata with the wisdom and courage that the role demands, even as the shadows of conspiracy grow deeper. Outside her window, the kingdom sleeps under a blanket of stars, but Sira cannot find rest. She turns from her reflection to the scrolls and reports scattered across her desk. Each document tells a story of her people's hopes and hardships. Tonight, more than ever, she feels the solitude of her position. The decisions she makes echo far beyond the palace walls, affecting lives and shaping futures. With a deep breath, she prepares for the challenges of the coming days, fortified by the resolve to guide her people through whatever storms may come. As dawn breaks over Sundiata, General Bokar meets secretly with his most trusted advisors in the dimly lit halls of the fortress. The room hums with hushed tones of conspiracy. Maps and plans are spread across a large table, each move calculated with the precision of a seasoned strategist. Bokar's eyes gleam with ambition as he outlines his plot to seize the throne. His voice is low but firm, detailing the steps needed to undermine Queen Sira's authority and sway the public opinion in his favor. His plan is meticulous, leaving nothing to chance. Outside the fortress, the first light of morning casts long shadows across the ground, symbolizing the growing darkness within the kingdom's heart. Unbeknownst to Bokar, one of his aides harbors doubts, troubled by the betrayal of a beloved queen. This aide's internal conflict is palpable, torn between loyalty to his commander and the moral high ground. As Bokar concludes the meeting with a call to action, this aide knows a decision must be made soon. The fate of Sundiata hangs in the balance, hinging on the choices of a few. As the kingdom of Sundiata prepares for its annual market day, a grand celebration that brings together people from all corners of the realm, Queen Sira takes this opportunity to reconnect with her citizens. She walks among the bustling stalls, her presence a calming force amid the festive chaos. Her interactions are warm and genuine. She listens intently to the stories of her people, their struggles, and their joys. This direct engagement is her way of demonstrating her commitment to their welfare and reinforcing her bond with them, crucial for maintaining their trust during these turbulent times. However, lurking in the shadows, General Bokar's spies mingle among the crowds, their eyes and ears open for any sign of dissent they can exploit. As Sira hands out tokens of aid and shares comforting words, these spies twist her actions, whispering seeds of doubt about her motives into the ears of susceptible townsfolk. These distortions are designed to erode Sira's reputation slowly. Amidst the laughter and bargaining, a subtle undercurrent of tension begins to build, threatening to disrupt the unity that Sira works so hard to foster. The festival's vibrant colors blur into a backdrop for a brewing storm of political intrigue. The day dims into evening, and Queen Sira retires to the royal gardens for solitude. Here, amidst the whispering leaves and fragrant blooms, she seeks the counsel of her ancestors through quiet meditation. The serene environment, away from the court pressures, allows her to reflect deeply on her responsibilities and the recent unsettling events. This sacred space, often overlooked by the palace's hustle, serves as her sanctuary, a place where the weight of the crown feels lighter on her shoulders. Suddenly, a rustle in the foliage breaks her contemplation. Musa, the humble villager known for his wisdom and quiet strength, steps into the moonlit garden. He brings news from the outskirts, whispers of General Bokar's machinations reaching the farmlands. Sira listens intently, her expression hardening with resolve as Musa speaks of the unease spreading among the villagers. This unexpected visit reinforces the bond between ruler and ruled, reminding Sira that her reach must extend beyond the palace walls. Together, they devise a plan to counteract Bokar's influence, starting with a journey to the heartland to address the people directly. Under the cloak of night, General Bokar convenes a clandestine meeting in an abandoned outpost on the edge of the kingdom. The room is lit by a single flickering torch, casting long shadows that echo the dark intent of the gathering. Bokar, with a map spread before him, speaks in hushed but urgent tones to a group of discontented nobles. He promises them power and land in exchange for their allegiance, weaving a web of betrayal that extends deep into the heart of Sundiata. His words are persuasive, tapping into their greed and dissatisfaction with Queen Sira's rule. As the conspirators pledge their support, a plan is set into motion. Bokar outlines a series of covert operations designed to weaken Sira's control, including sabotage of the royal supply lines and spreading false rumors about her governance. The nobles disperse, each carrying a piece of the scheme like a shard of darkness ready to pierce the fabric of the kingdom. Meanwhile, a lone figure watches from the shadows, a spy loyal to the queen. Armed with critical information, this loyalist prepares to make a perilous journey back to the palace, determined to warn Sira before it's too late. As dawn paints the sky with hues of amber and rose, Queen Sira stands atop the highest tower of the palace, watching over Sundiata as it awakens. Her gaze is contemplative and resolute. Today, she must address her people directly, to quell the rising tide of unrest stirred by Bokar's deceit. Her speech, carefully crafted, aims to reaffirm her commitment to justice and prosperity for all. It is a pivotal moment to inspire unity and demonstrate her unyielding strength and compassion as a leader. Later, in the bustling heart of the capital's main square, Sira steps forward to speak. The crowd gathers, a mix of curious onlookers and skeptical citizens drawn by rumors of her faltering rule. As she speaks, her voice clear and compelling, the air seems to hold its breath. Her words reach out, touching hearts, dispelling doubts with each sentence. She recounts her deeds, her plans for the future, and her unwavering dedication to the land and its people. The square, initially murmurous with discord, gradually shifts towards a cautious optimism, as Sira's sincerity becomes undeniable. Back in the shadows of his chambers, General Bokar receives reports of Queen Sira's speech. His expression darkens as his advisors recount the crowd's shifting allegiance back to their queen. Bokar slams his fist on the table, frustration boiling over. He realizes that simple subterfuge won't be enough to usurp Sira. He will need to escalate his tactics. Plotting more drastic measures, he arranges a secret meeting with foreign mercenaries, determined to intimidate those who would support Sira, planning a display of force that will shake the very foundations of Sundiata's peace. As night falls, Bokar meets with the mercenaries under the cover of darkness in the dense forest outside the city. The flickering light of the campfire casts sinister shadows on their faces as they discuss their nefarious plans. Gold changes hands, and the pact is sealed with cold precision. The mercenaries are tasked with staging raids on strategic villages, creating chaos and undermining Sira's authority. Bokar watches them depart, a grim satisfaction settling over him. He believes this new plan will turn the populace against Sira once and for all, paving his way to the throne. After the mercenaries depart, Bokar returns to the palace, his mind racing with plots and possibilities. He walks through the corridors, his footsteps echoing ominously against the stone walls. He stops before a grand tapestry depicting the lineage of Sundiata's rulers, his gaze fixed on Queen Sira's image. He mutters a vow to himself, a promise to see his own image woven there, whatever the cost. His resolve hardens, the shadows of the night seem to gather around him, as if to conceal his dark intentions from the watchful eyes of the palace spirits. Later that evening, as the palace sleeps, a figure cloaked in darkness slips through the gardens and into the queen's chamber. It is the loyal spy, returning from Bokar's camp. With haste, the spy delivers the urgent news of Bokar's dealings with the mercenaries. Queen Sira listens intently, her expression turning from shock to steely determination. She knows she must act swiftly to protect her people and preserve the peace of Sundiata. Plans are quickly made to fortify the villages and prepare for any attacks. The queen's leadership is now a beacon of hope in the encroaching darkness. As the first light of dawn creeps over the horizon, Queen Sira assembles her council in the war room. Maps and reports are spread out before them as they strategize defenses against Bokar's impending assault. Sira stands at the head of the table, her figure commanding and resolute. She outlines her plan to reinforce vulnerable villages and set up patrols along key routes. Her leadership shines, inspiring confidence in her council members. They rally around her, their determination renewed, ready to protect Sundiata from the chaos Bokar aims to unleash. The scene shifts to the outskirts of the kingdom where villagers, forewarned by Sira's preparations, fortify their homes. With the help of royal guards, barriers are erected, and watchtowers are manned. Among the villagers, Musa stands out, leading efforts and encouraging his neighbors. His faith in Queen Sira's leadership is unwavering, and his courage instills hope in the hearts of his fellow villagers. As they walk, the sense of community strengthens, their resolve turning fear into a united front against the threat looming over their peaceful lives. As the sun sets on a day fraught with tension and resolve, Queen Sira stands on the balcony of her palace, overlooking the kingdom she vows to protect. Her silhouette against the fading light serves as a powerful symbol of resilience. Despite the shadows that seek to undermine her rule, her spirit remains unbroken, bolstered by the unity and loyalty of her people. This day has proven that the heart of Sundiata is not easily shaken, and its queen will fight fiercely to uphold the peace and prosperity of her realm. Thank you for watching the first installment of The Enchanted Baobab. If you enjoyed this journey into the heart of Sundiata and wish to stand with Queen Sira as she navigates the trials set before her, please consider subscribing to our channel. Your support not only encourages us but also keeps you connected as the story unfolds. Stay tuned, and join us next time to see how Sira and her people face the challenges ahead. Thank you again for your support, and don't forget to like and subscribe.